New healthy food standards are coming to your school. Encouraging children to embrace these changes is vital to help improve health and education nationwide. On the menu in today's programme, we look at 3 schools who are already leading the way in healthy eating. We look at how a healthy approach to food and diet has transformed attitudes and behaviour at this school in Birmingham by using the school council and introducing a breakfast club. How this teacher's passionate approach to food technology is inspiring a generation of healthy students. And how children at this primary school are learning how to choose the right foods with the help of some cartoon characters. Maggie Mason has been teaching in inner city schools in Birmingham for 30 years. Recently, she has seen a huge improvement in her pupils' performance. Maggie thinks diet is the answer.
The children's diet previously, before the new regulations came in, when they were eating lots of stodgy food and fatty foods, we found that in the afternoon they were very passive in their learning, whereas we found that with healthy eating, they seemed much more active, more alert in the afternoons, more willing to contribute to the lessons and be more active in their learning.
Maggie has helped set up a breakfast club.
Now, some families, the children were being late for school, and so we encouraged those to come to breakfast club and help with their punctuality. Other families, if it was one parent family and mum had to get to work, she was struggling to get a meal for them in the morning, and it's really helped those parents as well. So if you come to Birchfield, you'll be offered shredded wheat and cereals which are low in sugar, low in salt, so we look at the nutritional value of those. They get quite a rounded breakfast and they're encouraged to eat a variety of those foods. They really enjoy tucking into their breakfasts.
We have lots of fruit and they provide us with healthy eatings, and we have yogurts.
I like toast very much, and I like yogurt because I like the flavour.
But Breakfast Club isn't the only healthy eating scheme at Birchfield. Maggie also helps run a school council.
The government says you can only have chips twice a week. What are you going to do?
We're going to have different kinds of potatoes, like roast potatoes, jacket potatoes, parsley potatoes and roast potatoes. And we're only going to have chips once a week. So when you don't have chips, you can have different kinds of potatoes.
Well, she's nearly right, and we're all on a journey together to get it right. In fact, the new standards are for not more than 2 deep-fried products a week, including chips.
We actually have an aspect of the school council who actually work with the cook on the diet and also the menus. The sort of questions they're asking the adults is, well, what are the fats, what are the carbohydrates, how is this going to benefit the children? The children are actually telling us, from reading the books and research they're doing, what sort of things they want in their diet. Why did we get the salad cart? Why do you think we got the salad cart? Anybody know why we got it? Yes.
So we wanted some pupils to eat more healthier.
Yeah.
And this way they can choose how they want their salad to be and enjoy it their way.
So I think the role of the school council is to enable the children the opportunity to participate fully in the school, and they really do take it seriously and are passionate about what's going on.
Maggie knows that this sense of empowerment has brought about a radical change in her pupils.
One child is disappointed as having a child who has packed lunches that she can't participate in some of the healthy eating initiatives that are happening, and it was asking if they could pay to take part in the salad bar that was just been set up, so that the children who are having sandwiches could supplement their sandwiches with some of the salad items that are there. So this was an opportunity for them to have fresh food, and it's their idea.
At Birchfield, the healthy eating message is encouraged right through the curriculum. Maggie believes this is the reason for their success.
Well, when I first started teaching, really, education and what happened in the classroom was the only thing that we concentrated on. We've become aware that what we're doing in the classroom cannot be isolated from the rest of the things that are happening in school, and especially the nutrition of the children. Sleepy children, hungry children, children who are eating the wrong diet are not doing the learning. And in order to raise standards, we need to work with the child and the parents to make sure that they can maximise their potential and also achieve both academically and also in terms of their health and healthy bodies. I would suggest getting the school council or a nutritional group together to help with healthy eating in your school.
More fruit! Deep-fried foods are restricted. No savoury snacks.
Karen Musgrove is a popular figure at Worley High School in the West Midlands. She has been teaching food technology for over 25 years.
I'm a very bubbly person and I'm extremely interested in food. Students know that I enjoy my subject through and through. You've got to get that passion, if it is its passion, into cooking. And I'm passionate about my cooking, definitely.
Healthy eating is a key part of Karen's teaching.
It's really important through the actual practical to make sure that they understand, well, why are you doing that? How are you increasing the fibre? How important is that to our health and to the future, the way we, are going to turn out as human beings? Is it going to prolong our life?
And this is all part of a larger school-wide approach.
We've been encouraging students to think about what they're eating at lunchtime and how it affects the way they work in the afternoon. And if we are making choices up in the school dinners, let's try and make some good choices here as well.
Karen runs a variety of cookery workshops. Today she's helping pupils to put together a healthy lunch with nutritious options like pasta salad and carrot cake.
Oh, this looks fantastic, doesn't it? Right, so you're all in one method. What have we got in there so far?
We've got the carrot, we've got the sunflower margarine.
Excellent.
Wholemeal flour.
Excellent.
Dried fruit.
Excellent.
And children here gain an excellent understanding of the nutritional makeup of their recipes.
So we've got lovely pasta. What's that rich in? Can you remember?
Protein.
And fibre. That's got some fibre in it, so that's really good. Well done, and it's got carbohydrates. Both use wholemeal flour, which is high in fibre. Excellent. You use sunflower margarine, lads?
Low in saturated fat.
Brilliant. These are lovely shapes, James. Is this for a sweetheart?
No, I've done a heart because it's good for your heart.
Oh, I love that. That's really cool. Done a heart for a heart. I like that, James.
Lunches like this are an excellent idea for school trips and help the children to make healthy choices rather than binging on crisps and chocolate and fizzy drinks. And at the end of the lesson, it's feedback time.
Everybody is going to go around the room and you're all going to make some comments about every single person's lunch in this room. When we're going around doing this is a positive exercise. We're not going around making comments that are rude comments. If you want to do a constructive comment, that's absolutely fine. I think it's really important that students have a look at other students' work and do some kind of peer assessment. It also makes them think, hang on, that lunch has got something a little bit different to what I've actually put in mine. If I had actually put wholemeal bread in, I would have had a healthier lunch.
I think I've learned that you don't need so much sugar and salt in your foods to enjoy them.
It can help your life expectancy and it helps you in later life when it comes down to sport and things like that.
And Karen hopes that these are lessons the children will carry with them for life.
We have a responsibility to encourage our youngsters to have a bit of a reflection. What are we eating? What are we doing to ourselves? Do we want to live longer? Do we want to have a better lifestyle? We're looking at preventative medicine anyway here, aren't we, for the future? Yummy.
Make sure there's always water available in your class.
Free fresh drinking water. No salt and restricted condiments.
At St Gregory's Catholic Primary School, Deputy Head Chris Bickley has been busy promoting the healthy eating message. They have an excellent canteen with a variety of healthy choices and nutritious options at break time too. But Chris wasn't ready to sit on her laurels. She noticed that some of the children's food choices were lacking in judgment.
Do children know what they're actually choosing when they're up at the hatch? Do they understand the food that they're having? Do they know what nutritional value that food has got? Did a quick survey and realised that obviously that wasn't happening, that children didn't know as much information as you thought perhaps they might do.
Chris decided to enlist the help of the food advisor for her borough, Lynn Thompson.
And one of the things that we wanted to get over to the children was about portion sizes and what to choose to make a balanced meal, because what we were finding was that children were actually having 2 or 3 different carbohydrates, and they weren't choosing protein.
Chris decided to ask the children how they thought this problem should be tackled. They thought cartoons could help.
We decided to work on this idea of developing characters that would promote children's interest in their food that they were eating. And we then chose, within the class, the ones that we thought represented the food groups the best. And it has had a tremendous impact in the life of the school.
The idea was to use the food groups to say how many portions you should have from each group, and they were put across the top of the serving hatch to remind the children. The children were really buzzing with it. They just loved it because they were part of it and they owned it.
Cheeky Cheddar and Moo Moo Milky, and they represent the dairy group. We have Broccoli Bush and Orange Peel, and they represent the fruit and veg group. Charles Chickens and Fishy Frank, they represent the protein group.
And Chris really noticed a difference in the children's understanding of the 5 different food groups.
The food characters tell you what to do and how you should learn to eat more healthy food. You should always eat 5 fruit and veg a day and 2 protein, like fish and chicken a day.
But Chris knows that to keep this enthusiasm alive, she must continue to find ways to inspire the children.
You cannot just leave something, you have to constantly revisit it and rework it in order for it to become embedded in school life. Children need a balanced diet and they need to eat something from each of the food groups. And we think with the support of the work that the children have done on their food characters that we're actually getting this message across. Who can tell me what the 5 food groups are? Shout them out at me. 5 food groups, go. In terms of working with children, it's been an absolute pleasure to actually be part of this huge debate on nutrition. We're all in it together, it's a partnership if you like, so from that point of view I've really enjoyed the work. This project, I feel, will constantly stay in the spotlight here because together, children, pupils, parents, we're never going to let it fade into the background. Run a healthy eating assembly with all the children in your class.
More oily fish. Healthier drinks. Manufactured meat products are restricted.
The 3 parts of the government's new standards for food in schools will be phased in by September 2009. Interim food-based standards for school lunches in all schools from September 2006. Food-based standards for school food other than lunch to be in all schools by September 2007. Nutrient-based standards and new food-based standards for school lunches will be adopted by primary schools by September 2008 and by secondary schools by September 2009.